Sunlight hurts my eyes.
Hello YouTube, this is DrawingKid1313 and welcome to another one of my mod spotlights. This mod that I'm showing you guys today is called the Additional Pipes mod, made by Zeldo, and is currently being updated on the thread by the Stormbringer. This is definitely a very cool mod. I actually use it in my Let's Play because it's just so useful. And as you can see, I have a few systems set up, all involving Buildcraft. And I'm going to show you what each of these pipes does. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it and get to our first set of pipes that we have right over there. Alright, so the first pipes that we're going to take a look at are called Item Teleport Pipes. These are crafted with 2 diamond gears, being from Buildcraft. 2 diamond gears are, crafted with 4 pieces of diamond for a total of 8 pieces of diamond. So kind of an expensive item, but it gives you 8 of them, and it's definitely worth it with the amount of stress that it causes you trying to come up with a whole bunch of piping systems for your Buildcraft things. So as you can see, I have my chest right here, filled with a few diamonds, and then I have the Redstone engine from Buildcraft that is going to pump the items out of the chest and into our pipes. Now usually what we would have to do is we would have to connect some stone pipes all the way to this chest. Let's say that this was the target chest, this is where we want the items to go. Well, with this, all we have to do is put 1 teleport pipe right there, and if I could run over here, we put 1 teleport pipe over there, and then we just connect that teleport pipe with the chest like so. I don't believe this is necessary but on the receiving end, but it is necessary on the supplying end, because you need a wooden transport pipe, but that's part of Buildcraft and I'm not going to get into that. So anyway, if we right click on the teleport pipe like so, you get this interface that looks like this. As you can see, you could choose the frequency, and you could use these things to either subtract 100, add 100, and whatever you may want to do. So as you can see, there's pretty much an endless possibility of frequencies that you can think of here, and then it also tells you the connected pipes. And then also you'll see right here, can receive false, so you could switch that to true, and I'll get to what that does in just 1 second. It also tells who the owner of the pipe is, so pretty neat. So I'm going to switch this to frequency 1. As you can see, there are no connected pipes at this moment because, well, that one's still on frequency 0, as you remember, because that's default when you lay it down. So now that that is set up, I'm going to go over here. Again, I'm going to set it to frequency 1, and then I'm going to set it can receive true, meaning that it can receive items going through the teleportation thing, whatever it has it do. So what should happen is if I go ahead and turn my redstone engine, the diamonds should be pulled out of the chest, like they are. They'll go into the teleport pipe, and they'll disappear. But they don't really disappear, as you can see if we run over here, now the diamonds is over here. So we just had it transport however many blocks this is, using only 4 pipes. So we used 4 pipes and we got to travel all this distance. Now this distance is pretty much unlimited. Of course it does kind of depending on how chunks load and whatnot, but I'll get to a little bit of a fix for that later. So as you can see, we're getting diamonds into this chest. And yeah, this is very useful right here. And yeah, it just makes things so much easier because you don't have to have your quarry right next to your house, so you can have all the items put into your chest and whatnot. But anyways, there's more things that you can do with these item teleport pipes. As you can see over here, I have myself a little pump over top of a conveniently placed oil well right here. Now, again, it has the same exact interface. I have this to frequency 1, connected pipes 1, and can receive false because this is going to be supplying the oil, it's not going to be accepting it. And one thing that you should note is all the different kinds of pipes, the frequencies do not interfere with each other. So a water pipe frequency of 1 will not interfere with a regular pipe frequency of 1. So pretty neat, and allows you to use a lot more frequencies and kind of lets you keep track of things a little bit easier. So if I go ahead and switch on my engines right here, you'll see that they'll run. And we have oil pumping through there. Also notice that we have some oil pumping into our tank right here. So as you can see, it's just teleporting it from here and into here, which has a can receive a true, and again the same frequency, nothing really all that new. So yeah, that's the waterproof pipe. The way that you would craft up such a thing, if we go ahead and look up the recipe real quick, is just simply with a item teleport pipe and a piece of pipe waterproofing up top, which is from Buildcraft, so hopefully you guys know how to get that. Again, that's part of a different mod, so I'm not going to cover that just right now. Now the last type of teleportation pipe that we have is the power teleport pipe, and yep, you guessed it, it transports or teleports power without the need of a whole bunch of conductive pipes and whatnot. So as you can see, I just have my engines being fueled like so, and I seem to be low on hunger already. So this, again, frequency of 1, the frequencies don't interfere with each other. Can receive false because we don't want this to receive power. We want this to receive power, which is going to it's going to power our quarry that we have right here. Again, part of Buildcraft. And yeah, I know that there's a whole bunch of coal. I put that there myself. I was trying to demonstrate something, and I kind of decided against it. So yeah, whatever. But anyways, if we go ahead and turn on our engines like so, we'll see some power flowing through them. So good signs so far. Then even better, we see power flowing through this pipe right here. And then even better, we'll see some work being done by a quarry right here. And it's just going to mine up a whole bunch of coal. Now that pretty much is it for all the teleportation pipes. You have the regular item teleport pipe, you have the waterproof teleport pipe, and then you have the power teleport pipe. As you can see, the power teleport pipe has a crafting recipe of just one regular item teleport pipe and then a piece of redstone on top. So pretty neat, and these teleport pipes definitely help a lot when you're expanding your world and creating a whole bunch of complicated systems and whatnot. So it's definitely something that you should want to check out. However, this mod does not just include teleportation pipes. It adds a few other pipes. As you can see, I have some set up over there and right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what these do, shall we? Alright, so let's go ahead and start out with something simple here, shall we? Right here what we have is the redstone transport pipe. Look at the crafting recipe for this. It's just 2 pieces of redstone surrounding a piece of glass. The pretty much basic way to craft any pipe in Buildcraft, so pretty cool. And basically what this does is pretty self-explanatory. I have a chest of items right here. If we go ahead and extract a few, and we wait for it to hit our redstone pipe, as you can see I have some redstone hooked up to a redstone lamp right here. And if we go ahead and turn off the rain so it doesn't ruin the spotlight, and we'll see as soon as this gets into this pipe right here, it activates the redstone signal, which is exactly and pretty much the only thing that this pipe does, the redstone pipe. Basically, anytime that items are traveling through it, it's going to emit a redstone signal. This is very useful if you're, I don't know, crafting certain, I don't know, systems or whatnot, but, that's up for you to be creative with, and I'm sure you could do a lot with that. So, pretty useful. And as you can see over here, we have a similar deal right here. This is the waterproof redstone pipe, crafted with just a regular redstone transport pipe, and then pipe waterproofing on top. Hopefully you get the basic thing right here. So as you can see, I have some engines and I have 2 tanks where I can go back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and output the water. It doesn't really seem to work. It's kind of weird. Basically it only wants to work when there's like some kind of block update, and I don't quite understand this. It doesn't output a redstone signal of any sort, whether there's water or oil or fuel that is traveling through it. So to be honest, I'm not really too sure right here. I'm not sure if it's a bug, or I'm not sure if this is supposed to do something different. I just kind of assumed that it would be similar to that. But anyways, yeah, not too sure about that. So we have a few more pipes that we have to get to. Let's go ahead and look at them, shall we? Alright, so as you can see, as a result of my quarry going right here, I have a whole bunch of items flowing through my pipes into my chests. Now these right here are what we call advanced insertion pipes. The recipe for such is 2 pieces of stone, 1 piece of glass, and a piece of redstone on top. So pretty simple crafting recipe indeed. And if we go ahead and look, well, first off, without these right here, let's say we just had a whole bunch of stone transport pipes hooked up to these things, what would happen is there's a random chance that it would go into this chest, or it would just continue along the path. There's also a random chance that it would go into this chest or that chest, and it's pretty much random how it decides where the item wants to go. What this does is it forces the item that is flowing through it, and it forces it to go into an adjacent chest, in this case being right here. Or not just adjacent chest, but adjacent inventory. So basically they will be forced to go into this chest until there's no more room, in which case they will continue down to this chest. Since I have an advanced insertion pipe hooked up here, they will continue through here and go into this chest once this one is filled up. So as you can see, it's a nice way to kind of organize your items and keep them all in one place while still having a safe place for everything to overflow to. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to fill up this chest and create a situation in which you would have a backup of items. You know, and this can happen either when you have a quarry or, you know, a whole bunch of other systems going. So I'm just going to do this real quick. Hopefully the clicks aren't too obnoxious for you. And as you can see, it's about to fill up right here. It's just full, and as you can see, now they're starting to travel down and go into the next inventory that we have right here. So again, very nice way of organizing your items. Alright, so the next type of item that we have right here is an advanced wooden transport pipe. If we go ahead and look at the recipe of this, we'll see that it requires 2 pieces of wood. And since this is for Minecraft 1.2.5, I think I actually forgot to mention that. Apologize, but this is for Minecraft 1.2.5, which is compatible with Buildcraft 3.1.5. But I'll have that in the description, so, you know, whatever. Anyways, it's kind of the same as you would craft the advanced insertion pipes. It's just 2 pieces of wood, 1 piece of glass, and then 1 piece of redstone, getting you 8 advanced wooden transport pipes, that is. So as you guys should know, or at least I'm assuming that you do, what wooden pipes do in regular Buildcraft is they're used to extract items from an adjacent inventory. Now this is pretty cool if we had all the same items in the chest. However, that's not necessarily what we want. Let's say that we only wanted to take out cobblestone from this chest, alright? So if we go into here, and we'll see that there's a list of filters that we have. I'm just going to get myself a piece of cobblestone. This one, it says that these items are required. If you click on it again, these items are excluded. Basically, if you have any items that are excluded, it'll take out all items except for the ones that you have in here. So pretty neat, and allows you to control which items you want to include when you export. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in action. As you can see, I'm only going to export cobblestone. The remaining items in here, being coal, gravel, and flint, will not be taken out of the chest. So as you can see, we have it right here, and it just takes out all that cobblestone, and it is not taking out anything else. So pretty cool. Alright, so that was pretty much it for the advanced wooden transport pipe. Again, it allows you to control where you want the items to go. So let's go ahead and take a look at this next thing right here. Alright, so what we have here is if we go ahead and look at the recipe real quick, is a distribution transport pipe. Now from the title of this, you could probably assume what it does. First off, it is crafted with 2 iron ingots, piece of glass, and then redstone. So not too expensive of a recipe, but it does a lot of things. As you can see, if we just go ahead and place one down randomly in the world, it's just going to look like that. But as we start adding different ways to it, it codes each way that the item can go with a different color, being, you know, white, green, blue, yellow, that cyan color, and then finally red. So as you can see, that's pretty neat, but it has to do more than just make everything look pretty. If we right click on it like so, we'll see that there's a little menu right here, and you can change this value to however many or however what's the correct grammar for this? However not many you want. So basically, when we export our cobblestone out of this chest, we want it to be evenly distributed through these chests right here, correct? Well, this is what we're going to use this for. First off, we see that yellow is connected backwards, so we don't want any items to travel through the yellow. We simply press the minus sign, and it sets it to 0. So pretty awesome. This means that when items are traveling through, it will not go back through yellow. Everything else can be left at 1, and what this will do is for every possible way that it can go, being the green, white, and red, since everything is set at 1, it'll simply put one item through the white one, and then it'll put one item through the green, and then it'll put one item through the red. And then next, after it's done through the red, it'll put one item through the white, and then it'll put one item through the green, and then it'll put one item through the red. So as you can see, it goes in an order, and you could change however, like whatever kind of proportion you need it to go to. So this would be very useful if you're trying to, in this case, evenly distribute your cobblestone for whatever reason you may have, or if you can I don't know, build up certain systems, like if you have a whole bunch of items exported through here and you want a certain distribution. I'm sure you could think of a lot of things, and again, I'll leave the creativity part to you guys. So we could see that everything's on 1. If there's something on 1 that doesn't have a path to go to, such as the cyan color or light blue that we have right here, and the what other color isn't included, the dark blue, basically nothing's going to happen, but just for my purposes I'm going to set it to 0, because that just sounds right and my OCD would be killing me. But anyways, if we go ahead and turn on our Steam engine right here, you're going to see that it pulls out a stack at a time, which is normal for Buildcraft engines. Since this is pulled out a stack at a time, it'll sort a stack at a time instead of an item at a time, as it would with a Redstone engine. So as you can see, one goes through the green, one goes through the red, and one goes through the white. And it'll continue to do this. One through the green, one through the red, and one through the white. And you'll notice that it's going into the chest right here, like so. And yeah, pretty simple how it does that. Not too complicated, it just evenly distributes everything. So that's the distribution pipe for you, and I believe that this covers all the pipes. However, there's one other item that we can craft, and this is going to help you if you have a whole bunch of teleport pipes and whatnot. As you can see, what I have right here is a teleport tether. For any of you familiar with previous releases of Buildcraft Additional Pipes, this used to be called the chunk loader, and basically what it does is it forces the chunks in Minecraft, which if you don't know is how the world is loaded. It's loaded into separate chunks, which are just parts of the world. What this will do to that chunk is it'll force it to be loaded, meaning that you could have a let's go ahead and turn these off before they explode. But what this means is that you could have a certain system pretty far away from your house, put a chunk loader or a teleport tether right next to it, and that chunk will always stay loaded for you, and there will be no errors in your system not running or anything of that sort. So if we go ahead and place it down right here, you'll see that it looks pretty neat. Right clicking on it does nothing. I just kind of destroyed it. Seems like right clicking on it nope. Okay. So that's pretty neat. Looks like a cool block, but if you press F9, as you can see right here, let me go in creative mode so I can fly over top for you guys. You'll see that it outlines the area in blue with wet red squares in the middle. Basically, these outline the chunks that are going to stay loaded because of this block right here. Since it is in this chunk right here, it's going to make sure that this chunk is loaded as well as all the chunks that surround it. So one chunk loading block, or teleport tether, will keep loaded a total of 9 chunks. Additionally, if I go ahead and place another one down over here, something like that, go ahead and place it right there, turn off the thing, which by default it is F9, turn it back on, hopefully, there we go, you'll see that it comes up again. Since this one is in this chunk right here, it's going to keep this chunk around it loaded. So again, that just helps with either not having your engines explode or having your systems continuously working and you not having to visit that to keep the chunk loaded. But this is especially helpful in servers and multiplayer things because chunks tend to unload to save the memory of whatever server it is. So dang the rain. So as you can see, this mod adds a few pipes, and it is definitely very useful. Definitely something that you should check out. Definitely something that you should throw out a big thanks to Zeldo, who has done a fantastic job of coding this. There's also one person that just joined the team of Zeldo as a co-developer, goes by the name of uh, Kypris. Kypris, yeah, I believe that's how you say it. And then again, big thank you goes out to the Stormbringer for keeping us updated with all the newest releases and whatnot. So this has been Drawing Kid 1313. I hope you enjoyed my mod spotlight on additional Buildcraft pipes for Minecraft 1.2.5, Buildcraft 3.1.5. I hope you enjoyed it. I believe I already said that. But I hope you join me next time, and I'll see you.